Abstract. These rules are made under Section 9 of the Dowry Prohibition Act, 1961, of India and provide, among other things, that the list of presents given to either the bride or bridegroom is to be prepared as soon as possible after the marriage, is to be in writing, is to contain a brief description of each gift, including value, name of the person presenting it, and how the person presenting it is related to either spouse, and is to be signed by both spouses. One of these rules may be called the Dowry Prohibition and Maintenance of Lists of Presents to the Bride and Bridegroom Rules, 1985. 2. They shall come into force on the 2nd day of October, 1985, being the date appointed for the coming into force of the Dowry Prohibition Amendment Act, 1984, 63 of 1984. Dowry Prohibition and Maintenance of Lists of Presents to the Bride and Bridegroom Rules, 1985. Rules in accordance with which lists of presents are to be maintained. 1. The lists of presents which are given at the time of the marriage to the bride shall be maintained by the bride. 2. The list of presents which are given at the time of the marriage to the bridegroom shall be maintained by the bridegroom. Every list of presents referred to in Subrule 1 or Subrule 2, A shall be prepared at the time of the marriage or as soon as possible after the marriage, B shall be in writing, C shall contain either brief description of each present, 2. The approximate value of the present, 3. The name of the person who has given the present, and 4. Where the person giving the present is related to the bride or bridegroom, a description of such relationship. List of presents to be maintained. 1. The list shall be prepared within 6 months after the marriage. 2. Each item or present shall possess description, approximate value, and name of the person from whom the present is received, and his relation to bride or bridegroom, and with signs or thumb impressions of the bride or bridegroom. B. The price of each present shall not exceed Rs. 200, and the presents of both the bride and bridegroom shall not exceed 150.75 each. Over and above the said number of gifts received shall be handed over to a charitable home or a home run by government. 3. Whenever a marriage is registered, a column may be provided in the register to confirm whether they have taken any dowry or not. 4. Every government servant shall, after his marriage, furnish a declaration stating that he has not taken any dowry, to the Dowry Prohibition Officer, Dowry Prohibition Committee, through his controlling officer. The said declaration shall be signed by witnesses also like father-in-law, father, bride and Dowry Prohibition Officer. 5. If any case is referred to the Dowry Prohibition Officer or Dowry Prohibition Committee, they are empowered to file the issue before the court on behalf of a aggrieved person and some other person on his or her behalf. Bar of certain acts. 1. No person shall a. Give or abet the giving or taking dowry, b. Demand any dowry directly or indirectly from the parents or guardians of a bride or bridegroom, c. Incur marriage expenditure, the aggregate value thereof exceeds Is. 15.000- d. Display the gifts given to bride or bridegroom in the form of each, ornaments, clothes or articles, e. Take or carry in excess of 25 members of the marriage party exclusive of minors, and 11 members of the band. 2. Any person who violates the items A to F shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or with fine of Is. 5,000, or with both. Complaint. A. Every complaint under these rules shall be made by the aggrieved party itself or any other persons on behalf of aggrieved party. B. The place of trial or inquiry shall be from the place where the complainant is residing. C. Any complaint shall be made either on the demand of dowry or accepting dowry within a period of 1 year. Settlement of cases. 1. All civil cases under the Act shall be dealt with by the Dowry Prohibition Officers, and the criminal cases shall be dealt with by Police Department. The advisory committee shall provide clear instructions in this regard, and total civil and criminal cases recorded monthwise case-wise shall be reviewed and disposed of if it can be cleared in initial stages by Family Counseling Center. 2. Whenever a case has involvement of other state persons or other countrymen, then the advisory committee shall pass a resolution to hand over such civil cases also to police personnel, and they shall act as per rules in force.